larger, but we're going to roll up and down between the hips and the ribs, like I just showed you. So we're going to go up and down this way, and then we're also going to go across the back. So we're going to do kind of maybe one half, we're going to go across the other side, and maybe kind of roll all the way across, just so you can kind of see where the balls are going to go, since I'll be on my back. You can choose, you can keep the balls toted or not. It's easier toted because they don't run away from you, but I kind of like that they run away from you because it kind of like rolls further out through your low back. You just have to replace them eventually. So this is the hot water bottle sequence here. You can also do this on the wall if you don't like it on for your neck and shoulders, because you do have to recline onto your elbows. So I'm bringing those balls right from the bottom of my hip bones up into the top of my ribs. And I know I've got a long torso, so I have some space there. I know some of you don't. So we're going to see if we can create some space. You're going to just recline back. You're going to bend your elbows here. And I actually even like to hold my mat to help me. It's my poor little short arms. And I'll just kind of use the mat to help me kind of pull up and down so that I'm not all hamstring crampage here. So I'm just going to breathe as I do this. So now I'm creating a bit of a C curve with my spine. And then at some point, some of my balls start to roll too far out, and then I just have to replace them. So they're just sort of kissing each other right on either side of the spine. And then I start over again, just rolling up and down. This is another one where probably getting your shirt out of the way will be helpful. And again, this the contact of this tissue against, of the ball against your skin is more effective for your tissues anyway. So you might as well. Rolling up and down. So eventually, the longer you do this, the warmer this part of your back should feel, right? Because we are contributing to more blood flow, more water, more lymphatic movement into that low back. The tricky thing when you're here, though, is that your neck gets tired. So if you need to take a break, it's fine. You can try it against the wall. Totally fine up here, too, right? So I would come against the wall. I'd bend my knees, and then just scrub up and down like a bear itching his back on a tree. So you can try it up there too. I actually like it up here. It's a little happier for your neck. So either one is fine. Now they're going to go, so the one where we kind of rolled across the low back that I showed you on Mr. Thrifty. So I'm going to place the balls sort of up and down now on my low back. And then I'm going to just roll the balls into my spine. So I'm on the right side of my back. I'm going to roll towards my spine until I kind of nestle up against those spinous processes at my low back. And then I'm going to roll away until those balls almost come out. And I'm going to try that again. So I roll towards my spine and then roll that out. So this is your cross fibering. I love this one. If you're really feeling tight in the low back, this one in particular is a great sort of, I would say a quick fix or a quick loosen upper, if you will, of the low back. Again, feel free to move the balls, feel free to move your body if you feel like things are really getting away from you. Readjust however feels comfortable for you. Flop your arms out wherever you need them to be. And then let's switch and try that on the other side. So again, if I pop up here, right? So again, I'm in between my hip and my ribs, and I'm just rolling across that back, kind of nuzzling up against the side of my spine. And remember, these balls have texture and give that is gentle for these little bony landmarks in our body, which is what makes a lot of this work so awesome, is that we can actually, target more muscle, ligament, tendon attachments, because we can get so much closer to those bony landmarks than maybe, say, a foam roller, which is lovely, but maybe that's more of like a global release. This is much more targeted work, which I know you guys know already. So rolling across that new side, and notice the difference one side to the other. This is really the first kind of like one half of the body and the other we've done today. So pay attention, think about what that first side felt like, and how does this side feel as you roll across? And then how about we roll across the entire back? So you're going to roll from one side, sweep all the way over to the other side. Again, you might have to reposition the balls to get that to happen. that's fine. And again, I want you to find those nice belly breaths. Can you imagine that diaphragm kind of sliding down towards the towards your liver, towards your kidneys on your inhale, and then sort of billowing up, slipping back under the lungs as you exhale. A couple more times here. So again, right, so this nice hot water bottle treatment. So we should feel nice and warm now through that low back. That one does feel so great. Okay, so now you're gonna just use one ball. You could use a Courgeous ball. Well, actually, you could use any ball. You could use your Courgeous ball. You could use the big Alpha ball if you wanna try that, or just stick with one of these if this is what you have close by. So now you're gonna go under your sacrum. So now we're below your hip bones, but above your butt crack. Okay, right on your sacrum. And now I want you to do that same thing, roll across that tissue of the sacrum. So this big thoracolumbar fascia does connect down into the hips. And if I believe, I think this is correct, all the way kind of onto the top of that sacrum bone too. So this is getting some of those thick old fascial layers that are sort of more superficial to start to release and unwind a bit. And again, if you've got low back stuff, this is such a great series to just target the low back. You know, a lot of times when we have low back stuff, there's other things going on. Going to the front like we did, I have found really helps release my low back. Right, there's Ida Rolf, a great quote that she always would say is, a lot of times where it is, it ain't. So this is kind of the cool stuff about exploring this, seeing what else we'll let go as we explore our bodies here. Okay, go ahead and take that out. That's enough yapping about that tissue. Landing down, hopefully that feels a little different through your pelvis and your